Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 a.m. EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings.
If you're here to flip coins and gamble, click away. If you're here to actually learn how to trade futures with structure, strategy, and real results, then welcome. Because most people don't make it. Not because they are not smart, but because no one ever taught them how to build a foundation. Hello there and welcome. I'm Sean, the founder of Smart Traders Capital, and truly glad you're here. You have taken the first step into one of the most misunderstood profession is day trading. We believe trading is more than pushing buttons and chasing green candles. It's a craft, a discipline, a journey. Let me be real with you. This world is filled with noise. You have probably seen screenshots, the Lambos, the flashy wins on social medias, but they don't show you is the work, the structure, the thousands of mistakes behind every win. Yes, you can make money in trading and change your life, but only if you're willing to go slow and right. Yes, read it again. Slow and right. Most people who enter this game rush in like it's casino. They will click buy or sell. They're placing a bet, hoping the market move in their favor. Sometime it does, and that random win feels like a magic. But randomness is not the strategy, and without the structure, you will lose more than you win. The market is like a 24/7 live stream. It's always moving, full of actions, suspense, drama, just like your favorite Netflix series. But don't get lost in the entertainment. Every trade you take must have a reason, a plan, a risk management. You can live with it, but you're not here to binge with price. You're here to learn how to navigate it with the clarity. Let me tell you the hard truth. Every trade you take has a 50% chance of winning and 50% chance of losing. But trading isn't about coin flips. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through preparation, through risk controls, through execution and reflection. One good trade won't make you rich. One bad trade without discipline can wipe out weeks of progress. Weeks of progress. This journey will challenge you. Some days you will powerful, other days defeated. But if you're willing to take it slow, if you are ready to unlearn bad habits and build the right habits, then you are here in the right place. We are not here to sell dreams. We are here to teach reality through structured sessions, real market examples. And a community that actually supports you will show you how to approach training like a professional. If this resonates with you, then here is the next step. This video is part of 5-part beginner series to help you start trading futures. Right away, we are going to talk the real strategies, risk controls, journaling, market prep, everything I wish someone gave me when I started. So this message resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell icon on, and watch for the episode number 2, how to prep for the trading day, dropping soon.
Hey traders, welcome back to our daily market analysis. Today, I want to share our pre-market insights and break down our trading day grading system that helps us stay consistent and disciplined. Let me start with our grading system. We rate each trading day from A to F based on three key factors: market conditions, trade execution, and risk management. An A day means perfect execution in ideal conditions, while an F represents missed opportunities or poor risk management. For example, in today's pre-market call, we identified key support levels on the S&P 500 with a particular focus on the 60-20 resistance zone. Our analysis suggested a potential breakout trade and we planned our entries accordingly. The biggest lesson from today's session: sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. When market conditions don't align with our strategy, staying on the sidelines is often the smartest move. Want to join us for live market analysis? We stream every trading day on YouTube, where we break down market movements in real time and share actionable insights. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to catch our next stream. Remember, consistent profits come from disciplined trading and proper risk management. See you in the next analysis.
Just turn on, invite you, and then we can talk here. So just sent you, you can come and join. Okay, market is falling right now. All right, guys, good morning on the YouTube. Good morning, Vivek. How's everything?
Good morning. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. So much relaxation. But I was so busy in doing other stuff as well. We met on Saturday for the webinar. How do you feel about the webinar? How was it?
It was great. Yeah, very good. Insightful. Very good. People, if we can make people, if we can make newer.
Can you close the YouTube video? I think it's getting echo. Like,
I don't have it open.
um,
I don't have it open. I close.
your voice is getting echo.
Yeah, I don't have anything else open. Discord or YouTube.
Okay, okay, say now. I think you're exit from the Discord now, so I think you should be fine.
I was not in the Discord before. I exited.
All right, perfect. Okay, now it seems good. Okay, all right, perfect. So yeah, so how do you? Yeah, let's talk about. Okay, so how do you like the webinar? What is what's really takeaway for you? Is it something you can help you to build your own system, be more consistent?
Yeah, it like definitely it makes a lot of sense in the way that if we have a market context, and that's how if we plan it before we enter the market, then with our your like you tagline in the webinar is don't trade blind, right? So that's the gist of it. That if we do not plan it, then it is kind of trading blind. So, and then if you plan it based on context, and um, then we are actually planning our trades. We have an if then else statement, like if this happens, then do this. If this the other thing happens, then do that.
Exactly right. And you, how do you feel about the what you call about the confusions people usually have, the between the setup, the what is really edge is, what setup is, and how you differentiate between those things and build your own system and what actually the system look like. You know, everywhere there's a lot of confusion. People are going to talk about you need a system, you need a system, you need an edge. Uh, but I feel like it does. Nobody gives you the clarity what exactly includes. You know how you differentiate, how you can build your own system, how you can start with the setup and take it to the all the way to the system level.
That is correct. Yeah, most of the people just give it like a fixed system and fixed set of parameters, but those parameters keep changing, right? Every month something else happens. So that context is also super important. Like if you go to some of the groups, they will say, "Oh, this strategy, that strategy," but they never tell you that okay, in every strategy doesn't work in every month, every week. Same rules don't work. So you got to keep changing the rules as well every based on how the market is, right? And
Exactly.
so that's super important, and I
Yeah.
think that's where your the edge is. That's where people can develop edge
Yeah.
over others, right? Like for example, if I was talking to someone from the investment banking recently, and they were saying that every morning at 6 a.m. they have a meeting, and in that meeting they discuss about what's the 30 year, what's the 10 year, all those things, and so
Exactly.
many other market parameters, and then they decide on the strategy on that day. That's how, and those things are available to all the people in the market. So that's how, when we see sometimes, right, that like the market moves in, like all the players are moving in the same direction. That's because they all have the same knowledge, and they all instruct their people accordingly. And so
I think you
it,
nailed it. I think you nailed it based on your own, experience. You have nailed it. That what people are making mistake is that they're learning the setup and then thinking that they can set up, they can execute anytime there will be a bull flag, they're gonna go right. And I think that's where mistake is. You need to understand when you open the market, you have to have the understanding what's going on in the market. you know
yeah,
what does look like, where does the positioning look like, what is the cash flow. It doesn't mean you need to be over complicating things. You still keep everything price action oriented. You trade everything as a price action trader the way we do. But once you have that, overall the big picture in your mind, that okay, you know what, this is the time when institutions are going long. So you would not be looking for the reversals on those days. You rather be wanting to join and accept the mind wholeheartedly that I wanted to go along with them, rather than you looking at the 1 5 minute candle and 10 minutes candle and say it's really extended. Similarly, if they're selling off in February, late February, early March, and you are thinking that you're going to buy dips, and it's going to work for you. Yes, dip buying is a real strategy, where people make a lot of money. But the question is that when you need to execute that, that is where the problem is. And then if it stopped working, what will be your reaction to having system? So those who have missed the um, Saturday morning workshop webinar, I will extremely encourage you guys to go and watch that. It's really going to help you to improve, see things from different perspective. And if you are a consistently profitable trader, then yes, of course, don't go and don't watch it. But if you think that you're struggling, you need help, you need someone to guide you, then I would strongly advise you to go and watch that. But yes, if you're consistent, you're profitable, then just don't trade it. Then don't go and watch it. So I'm gonna post that video link here again on the comment section. You guys can go and watch it again if you like to. Morning, Waldemar. How are you? Did you join on the weekend? Or you were busy? Uh, it's good. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, all right. All right, guys, on the YouTube, if you give it a thumbs up and say hello, if you can introduce, I would really appreciate. It's just going to help the algos to push our content on the top, and we can reach out to other traders who are really looking for some kind of help. So come and
Yeah,
join us. Yeah, Vivek, go
in the
ahead.
market context, even days matter, right? Like even like
Exactly.
even Friday, like why it was jumping in the towards the end. You mentioned, remember that oh, lots of people were short, so they have to cover, right? So, and they don't want to keep it for the weekend. So the towards the 5 or 10 minutes in the end, it jumped like 15, 20
Exactly.
points. Yeah,
That's exactly right because you remember, for them this trade, those who have shorted it, is not going in the direction, right?
yeah,
It already moved back up. Now the question is that would they hold if there will be any Trump's news or any background news, any micro macro news, and it's jumped, then you can imagine that it's just going to go in, maybe gap up, and they're gonna, so they basically flip the positions, they basically try to hedge their position, and that's why the at the end you see the volume coming in the morning. And then look what happened, right? The Sunday evening, when the market opens, and we're gonna analyze in a few minutes, 8:45, and you're gonna see that we didn't break out at all. First 1.5 hour, it just went down, retested, little move back up, and then again we can see in the same, Sunday evening range. So we're going to talk about more in the detail, but it's really important for you guys to understand the context. If you're not going to understand the context, likely you're going to struggle. You keep chasing the setups. You're going to keep chasing the setups, and one day the setup going to work, one day will not work, and you're going to take the revenge because you don't have the understanding how the market works, how human psychology work, what kind of a system you need to in place to protect yourself from yourself, right? So if that all we have covered into the Friday on Saturday morning workshop. So go ahead, go back and watch that, maybe one time, two time, watch a couple of times. And also I posted the Friday session recap. I'm gonna maybe post more, and I'm gonna also gonna post more short videos for you guys, so then you can appreciate what's just like here. If you go um, to our channel, I'm just gonna bring it here on the screen here. So if you go here, look, this is a channel. You go back here, go to shorts, and I posted a few shorts here and here. This is basically to consolidate some of the bit size teaching, what we learn, what we structure analysis. I will post more, and then you can learn from there. And then if you go to the long form video, I basically remove all the noises, all the spaces in, just the 2 hour session we convert into the 40-50 minute session, so you can watch the actual trade when I'm calling out, what was my thought process. It will really help you improve your learning. I'm spending time for you guys to learn, but look at this, not enough views, that's not good. So if I see that you guys are not using it, maybe then I can just stop posting it. So really appreciate if you really like those content, give a thumbs up, leave some comments so I would know, you guys are consuming, you guys are using it, and I will just keep posting it. Morning, Jack. Welcome to our group.
So we have a new member in our on our Discord, Jack. Jack, if you want to speak, you can always turn on the microphone you want to speak to, or if you just want to text, you can just click on the text and you can just message it. Perfect, perfect. All right. Morning, Dan. All right, so let's start with, we almost close to the 8:45 segment. So guys, we're gonna start the 8:45 pre-market analysis. Alrighty. All right. So, what's really happened on Friday? I think let's start with the Friday. We nailed Friday. We exactly took the trades, and I warned you guys not to short the way was moving. And I was watching on the Bookmap, our other stream, and people just commenting, "Oh, I'm gonna short now. I'm gonna go short now." And next thing what happened? If you look at it, 5 minutes, and on the Friday, you can see here. Uh, I was doing some work, so I can see them what they were doing. I was responding them to their comments. This is the place where we shorted it. We closed it, and I was warning you guys, it's not gonna go more than the VWAP. So if you're gonna open the pre-market, you're gonna see that it just dropped a little bit below the VWAP. Let's go here on the so went a little bit of below the VWAP, and then just boom, right? And this was the area where we took the short, and this is the area where we went long. So we had an 100% accuracy on both sides. But I was watching it whole afternoon. What they are trying to do, they're trying to go short in this area, but move was not happening. Move happened suddenly, then move back up. Move happened, and suddenly look at it how many times it happened. It tried to see as a failing, came to the VWAP, moved back up again, came down, and then again moved back, consolidated, came back down, and boom again, right? So there's no continuation of the move. Especially ES still gave you some little bit of move, but as I explained to you, that a lot of funded traders basically just trade NQ, and NQ didn't give it too much chance. So if you look at it here, NQ was just moving 10, 15 points and then just come back down. So here from 700 to 680, almost just a 20 points. You're not gonna make too much money on 680, 20 points move in NQ. So NQ didn't give too much movement, and I know a lot of traders lost fortune on Saturday, on Friday afternoon. That's why it's really important for you guys to understand the context. And sometime Friday is not as important to chase the trades and keep trading it. And if you remember, even when we starting out on the Friday morning, I was telling you that we're going to be make sure that we understand, we identify those ranges between the 500 to 530, 680, 660 on the ES, and we were saying the same thing, that if it's in the range, we're not going to touch it. If it's going to break out, then we're going to touch it. And uh, likely the market has did exactly the way we expected. Now let's go back to today's plan. Let's look at the start with the dailies analysis. Let's just catch up with the daily. So on the Discord, you guys can see my screen. Perfect. All right. All right. So let's start. Let's start with the daily. What's happening in the daily? And this is the ES. Let's start with the ES, and then we can move to the other. Okay. All right. So let's start with the ES. So remember, the new month started on August, and we saw the first day, last day of the month, a sell off, a profit taking, which is basically a 31st of July. And we saw a very big red candle touching this white line is 21 EMA. We retested the 21 EMA, and then we stepped down another red candle on the day, and then we all the way 62.40. So this is the two big candles, right? Really big candle. Just imagine 64 60s or 64 70s to 6240. So almost over 180 points move. That is remarkable. That's a really big move, right? I mean, that's just you can, I don't think so. The shorts can expect, uh, anything more than that. Anything more than that. So if I just say that what really happened with the July 31st and the August in the ES that we saw two back-to-back very big, large red bars, which all the way move us close to the 50 SMA, and almost 180 points move, over close to 5% move. That is really a big move. And then we saw that once this move happened, buying didn't happen on the same day, but rather on from the next day, we saw the buying started happening. I think this was the Sunday evening. Then we saw it straight up on Monday. Then we see a straight down on Tuesday. Then we saw again straight up on Wednesday. We again saw the straight down on Thursday, and then we again saw a straight up on Friday. And I was telling that this is a real seesaw game. And you go back and watch the August 8th commentary which I posted. Market was just doing like this, right? And we saw that, and I was telling that if it's going to break out here, we might going to go back to the upside move. So that's what we have seen in the market. Market has now, if now we can say now, is now V-shaped, recovered. At least ES didn't go back all the way to the high. We're still a little shy away from the high, but we have covered a previous high, which is close to the July 25th. Any question, guys, before I move to the next piece? Good morning, Miguel. All right. So likely no question. So and then what happened here is that we have a 2 days of consolidation, which is including today, right? This is a Sunday evening and this is the Monday morning right now. And we see right now it is holding very nicely the 6400. So as far as is holding 6400, the first scenario would be that I would not consider shorting it. Let me just rephrase that. If ES can hold 6400, I would likely avoid going short. If it stay within the Sunday evening range, or today range, including the pre-market from 64.10 to 64.26, 24.30, I will likely avoid trading it at all. And I'm either going to see the gap, push down, or I'm going to look for the push up on the upside. If I stay within the range, it's going to be tough. It might be another day of consolidation. Who knows, right? So it's really tricky to trade within those ranges, especially if we see a little bit sell off. And now if you see the 5 minutes, we can clearly see market started, ES is coming down, making a bear flag. This is a prior support here, so we don't know whether it's going to drop further or it's going to hold, but we can clearly see that we have sellers sitting here. We saw the first move came down here from 64.27 to 64.09. Then we move all the way up. Now again, the way we sold off, we exactly doing the same thing. All red candles. There's no green candles. But this is the second attempt market is making from the range. So we have a clear range right now, and right now I would consider this is the middle of the range. So I don't know whether market going to hold this range or it's going to up, but high is this, low is this, and this is the middle of the range. So this is the ES. Let's look at the NQ now. All Alrighty, so NQ, which was much more stronger than the ES on the Friday. We saw that, first move made by the NQ, and then NQ lift the ES. So same thing. There's no difference between the July 31st and August 1st here. So NQ was much more stronger on Friday. We saw that. There's no difference between the July 31st and August 1st. Is exactly did the same thing NQ what ES did, but then again the V-shaped recovery all the way. And then on the Friday, we saw our first move came from the NQ, and NQ lifted the ES as well. If you can look at the two charts side by side, you can see that the NQ very close to the all-time high or the day of the sell-off. But whereas if you look at the was not close to the sell-off day. It still has the gap, but NQ has almost closed the gap. So, and then now we are looking at the consolidation between the 23,653 to 23,750. So we need to be very particular. If it's within this range, I will likely avoid shorting it or going long within this tiny range. Well, I will literally look for a clear setup. I don't mind looking for another long if it's breakout over this top. Of course, I'm going to be a little smaller size because we are chasing in the August the breakout. It can easily fail again, but I don't mind going long here. At the same time, if this started failing it, I can consider going short as well. Okay, so I don't mind in either direction, but I look for the market structure. Has to be the structure in place for me to do that. But for me, the range is clear. I would try not to take any trade between those ranges because these ranges could be tough. And if I need to take the trade, I would likely take the trade short from the upside to downside, and then try to get long from downside to upside, unless we see a clear failure. If I see a clear failure here under the lows, then I will start looking at the short side. See, I was telling you that I don't know what's going to happen next. You can clearly see that this 5 minutes close to it tried to, push this down. But what happened? Look at the doji, it came back into the same range. The range was created. So I don't know, still it want to go back down, but I can clearly see that this is the middle of the range of the NQ move. I'm not sure whether it want to continue or what is going to do next. Maybe NQ come back here, right? Or just hold and then move back up. So when in the middle of the range, NQ can do anything. The way it did here, it came down halfway and then moved back up. Now coming back here, retesting those levels, I don't know whether it's going to break or it's going to go back up. So that we need to see. Any question, guys, on the ES and NQ? Good morning, Blaze. Good morning, High Rise. Were you guys there on Saturday morning on the workshop? Guys, really appreciate on the YouTube if I give a thumbs up. All right. So any questions on the morning plan? If not, we're going to move to the next step. We have a clear ranges, clear scenario. I'm going to repeat it in the 9, 10, 9, 15 segment. I basically wanted to divide our show into multiple segments so then we have a clear plan. what I'm thinking from 8:30 to 8:45, we're going to talk about the previous day. And 8:45 to 9 o'clock, we're going to analyze the current market situation. 9 to 9:15, I will take the questions. And then between 9:15 to 9:30, we can draw some scenarios for us for the trade. So I'm gonna ask you if you have any question. If not, then I'm gonna wait and see other things, and we can discuss those as well. So Vivek, what do you see from the market? Any? Let's look at the Apple because of the Apple news. Apple has a 3 consecutive bull days, very strong move from 200 to 230. Very strong move. Why it's not sitting on the top? Okay, look at this. When this trend line broke, they have another purchase on Friday. Right now, we do not have any other resistance. If we can hold these levels of 230, we might likely gonna go and see the 250 here. There is some. Vivek, are you saying something? I can't hear you. Are you saying something?
No, my mic was muted, I think.
Yeah.
By mistake.
So do you see anything else moving today? What are the big movers today? So Apple definitely moved a lot last week, and Apple, Tesla, NVDA, they all have really helped. NQ moved a lot, and that's why we see the NQ was really strong. Uh, I'm looking at the AMD now. AMD is also really, remember the day we're talking about the earning day. So it's really got the nice support 158. So right now we are doing like this. So still the lower highs. So swing high, lower high, uh, and another lower high. So it could have the new run, but let's see that it has to break this area 178 for the making the new high. So AMD definitely in my plan. I'm gonna swing a little bit if it's gonna break out happen. I'm watching it. It looks really strong at this point. If we get the another week of consolidation between 175 to 165, we can consider going long on this setup. Very strong. Look at this. Very strong. If we can get another consolidation here, we can go and look for the upside move here. This is the top 230. So we have the room to go all the way 230. So I'm really looking forward to this, but not now. I will see when I find the right place. I'm definitely going to enter it.
So NVIDIA has some news that the Chinese government is saying that their H20s, the one that is allowed by the US government,
Mm.
it has some safety flaws. So that's why. And then of course, both AMD and NVIDIA have to pay some 15% for every chip they have sold to China to the US government. So it's kind of negative for both of them. But
Oh,
so that's why they're like going down a little bit. But they can
what is
still
the
go
gap
up.
down? Is it 1%, 2%?
It's not huge. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
huge. It's
So I think that the market is not really worried about it.
yeah.
So Jack is a new member. Join our group, our community. Jack, how did you find us? Tell us a little bit more about you, and we're going to talk about into the next class as well. But if you just can introduce a little bit, uh, whatever you will say, it will not go to the YouTube stream. I can only hear. So if you want to type, you want to use a microphone, whatever, you can do it. Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So it's working. So you're the first one who came from the Ninja Traders ecosystem. So that's really cool to hear that, that's working basically. Good. It was easy to find. Yeah, I can imagine. And then you watch our YouTube content and like that, and then you've decided to join. So Tesla is also trying to break out over 337 area. You can see here that we have retested between the July 22 23 is almost after almost 3 weeks or 2 weeks, we are going back and retesting the range. So this could be an important level. I'm going to watch today. If we can see the breakout, we might going to see another breakout to 350. Uh, so those who trade options, definitely if it moved above 340 area, 342 area, 350 calls will going to work and give us the return. Those who try to take the just the normal equity shares, they can take the breakout, but just wait to NQ or the Tesla to break out over 340 level. Oh, awesome! Thank you, appreciate it. All right, good. Yeah, yeah, it's really important. It's really important, and hopefully, you're gonna see the improvement in your trading as well. So I'm definitely watching that. So look at this, right? It's make curling up, have a very good resistance. So I wanted to see if it can break 340, and if it can break 340, I can look for the next move up. Uh, yeah. So today let's start rating the day today. How are we gonna rate the day today? So um, I'm not really excited today about the day. It's Monday morning, and we have a very tight range, and we have a very strong move on Friday. So there's gonna be a little harder for us to understand where market wants to go to the next move. Is market wants to break out, rest a day, or just fail and then come back down. The way right now where we are in the market position, in terms of structure, the both three scenarios can immediately can turn into a play game. This day it may not be different from the day what we have seen here, right? Look at this day. If I go back here, do you see my chart, right? Right? So look at this day, which is basically the August 1st. We are exactly at the level of August 1. Do you see that? So given we are exactly at the spot where we have a more sellers than the buyers, that's mean that market needs a momentum A market needs a strong push in terms of the macro news, in terms of the catalyst. Market needs something to, break those sellers. So seller will go away. So there are two, three types of sellers, right? So first seller is, which is the actual short players, right? Those who wanted to short, those who see the market extended, they wanted to short. The other short sellers are the passive sellers, which mean that they are looking to take the profit into those resistance zone, right? So they are taking profit. So they buy the dip and they take the profit. Third, which is a missing element, is that there's no new buying coming in. So if someone wants to buy over the top, especially the institutions, they need a strong catalyst. They need a strong momentum. They need a some sort of a strong push from the market. They need something from the market. If there will be a nothing in the given by the market or macros, then market might not going to go back up, and the passive buyers, they will not going to come, and then passive buyers come into aggressive buyers. So there's no passive and aggressive buyers here on the top of the side. The reason being is that they're looking for the catalyst. So 3 and 4, both the passive and the aggressive buyers are also missing. So when this situation comes in, when market is on the top of the area and we see a strong sell-off, you can see here, day one, I can just mark it and then we can zoom in if you want to see. Look at this day, July 28th. Then we saw July 31st and August 1st, right? And then we can see again the August 7th, right? Now we are on August 11th. So we have seen those days. Look at this aggressive sell-off, exactly the same spot where sellers are present. So when markets goes back to the area where we have seen this kind of a structure, it's really going to be harder for us to navigate and determine what will be the next move for the market is. So that's why I said we look at the two scenarios. If market fails to hold, then we look for short. If markets hold that area, we're going to look for the next leg up, right? But there will be no biases I can form when market is in tight range here, right? And the structure shows from the previous sell-offs that there is a big seller present. Sometimes they let price go a little bit up and then they come back again quickly and then start selling off. And sometimes they don't even let you break this, retest and fail. So this is a tricky situation, and that's why sometimes trader does not understand that, and they think that today is going to be the same day as the Friday. There will be a breakout, they will be in a nice opening ranges, and they try to trade and then it fails and they lose a lot of money on Friday morning, Monday morning. And once the Monday morning is gone from you, you're always going to be defensive throughout the week. So I would suggest that we need to be very careful on a Monday morning, given where we are at the position. So, for instance, if you normally take $100 risk, or maybe you take the one ES contract, assume, or one NQ contract, I would just tell you that today is the macro day. So I will just say if either you take MES or MNQ, and then you take 1/3 or 1/4 of the size. Then you can add. If this market has started breaking out, then we're gonna give a lot of opportunities, and we can add in the position. But it means that you take 3 to 4 MES and 3 to 4 MNQ. Today, I would just say between the B and C range of the day, unless we clearly see the breaks of the market close to the market open, or uh, or after the market opens. If it doesn't happens, then it's just going to be a bit harder to understand, because it just could be the range day, very tiny, small, short range day, just like this day. Here, look at this. It could be day like this, right? So if this day turn out to be like this or like this, then it's just going to be really hard for you guys to trade. So just appreciate what you have in front of you. All right. So we did the two segments. How do you like? Do you like the analysis break into two different segments so then you can catch up what we're trying to do in each segment? And I can create a poster and then we can put it here as well on top, so then people know that uh, what will be our approach would be. What do you think, Vivek?
Yeah, I think we should post it with time, right? Exact times. That would
Okay,
be nice.
perfect. Just give me 1 minute. I will be back. Meantime, if you have any questions, just write those questions up, and I'm gonna be uh, be right back. And Vivek, can you take over, please, for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. Hey, yeah, so I think the market is going up a little bit uh, in prep for 9:30, I guess. People are positioning, and I'm looking at the book map. It's looks positive. The first move, but not. But we'll still wait. We won't be trading in the first few minutes for sure. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, then please post on the chat. I'm just looking at the book map right now, and I see a lot of orders at the top side, and I'm hoping that when we start, it'll jump, and then we'll see what happens after that for sure. Yeah, you guys should post some questions on the chat so that I can gives me a cue to what your questions are or what you're thinking right now, because it's so close to the opening of the market open, that I can't really predict a lot, apart from what Sean has already detailed about. It's a Monday morning. So you guys are trading on like funded accounts, or you're trading on your own accounts, so that we get an idea like what's your risk profile right now? I know Hydra is trading on a funded account. Did you get funded, Hydra, again? Did you get a payout again? Yeah, Sean, I was just saying that it's a Monday morning, so really, um, before 9:30, we would be able to answer questions. But I can't. Already, you have predicted a lot. I don't have any more predictions for sure. It's a
Yeah.
manic Monday.
So I guess we're going to stick with the range understanding right now. We have that. I was just going to emphasize again that the always go back and look at our daily report section on our website, and then try to look at the logs where we enter all of our trades. You can always use those trade logs, and then go back and watch our stream. It will gonna give you an edge. You're gonna learn faster this way. Your learning curve will be get better when you look at the entries and you can analyze it and why I called out that trade. And I showed to you, that if you just follow with the one contract, you can see those results as well. It's just that how you manage your risk and having the right understanding, it will help you out. It doesn't mean that you're going to make all of it, because you're going to make the mistake, you're going to be the chasing it a bit. But what I'm trying to tell you that if you stay disciplined, stay structured, don't chase the move, you wait for the traders to come, trade comes to you, you're gonna wait for your trade to come. Maybe you're gonna take 2 or 3 trades, but those trades are good enough for you to make money. So stay focused. It doesn't really matter if you don't take first 15 minutes any trade. This happens sometime. We don't take any trade first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then once we take it, we make it. So just like even if yesterday on Friday, I think that I was looking at when I was doing editing, we see that. I think our first trade came after the 10, 12 minutes of the day, when NQ was already on the high and we watching the ES2 breakout. So if I go back and remove the pre-market here, you can see here. So we all the way 9:44. So almost after 15 minutes, we had the first trade. So this doesn't really mean that you cannot make money if you wait 15 minutes. You will make money if you're patient. You're waiting for your setups to come to you. You will make money. But if you're gonna chase, you're gonna be impatient. You're gonna think as if that you missed, you know, a lot, and then you're gonna start chasing. You're gonna make more mistakes. All right. So it's almost 6 minutes left. If you have not any questions, I would encourage you to do a little bit of meditation on your own. Try to do some affirmation, making sure that you tell yourself that importance of discipline and stay focused. Process is more important than uh, than the the profit at all. And if you stick with those processes, uh, that will help you. Do some affirmation. Imagine the situations. What if when you take the first trade, you have unexpected loss? How would you react to that? You should have those pre-planned action in your mind that what you're going to do next. And guys, I really appreciate if you have not given thumbs up yet, give a thumbs up. And also those who are here, I would really be helpful if you go on the other stream and put the comment in and say that, with the bookmap stream, they can come and join this stream as well, because the peer evidence or peer proof is a much more evidence. I would call them to come. They might not see the value, but when you go back and say, you know what, I really enjoyed it, you should explore that. That would really be helpful for other traders to understand as well. Um, so really appreciate if you can go back to the other stream, leave some comments for them to explore and understand. So 5 more minutes. We have a clear plan in place.
Monday morning, there is another factor that plays into everything. How much sleep have you had? Because sometimes you play hard on the weekend.
That's absolutely right, Vivek. Yeah, it's reflect back that how was your weekend, and if you are tired, you know, then make sure that you need the support. You join the mentorship or you join the community, because if you are a little bit of tired and you lost last week money and you wanted to make it back today, Monday is not the day.
On a Monday, I always remember that song, Bangles song, long back, very old song, but Manic Monday, right? Very popular song. So maybe we should play that when we start our YouTube. We should play that first on a Monday and then start this show. Mondays are always confusing.
Yeah, and remember the last one. Remember straight up.
Yeah.
It was started with the same range day, and it just moved up. Right? Seems like a sell-off coming in, going into the lower range, breaking 23,700 with the volume. Sudden volume came in. Let's see, can it break 23,700, or it's gonna buy from here. It's All right, good luck, guys. So right now we can clearly see it is in the tight range of the Friday morning or Friday close. Still very tightly range. I'll just wait right now. NQ is still strong. Look at this over NQ is still over the VWAP. ES is weak. ES is below the VWAP. NQ is holding. Good morning, Lord Wagon. Okay, NQ rejected as well under the VWAP now. Okay, watch. Okay, NQ is dropping. No trade for me. I wanted to let this watch. Look at see, it's still there, very close to the pre-market low. That's also the very close to the Friday high as well. So I'm not sure. It's really very tight range. I don't want to do anything and squeeze me out. Okay, see, still holding very tight range. It's only 2-3 points range, so I'm not interested at this point. I really need to look for right momentum. Still holding NQ, still holding 723,700. Okay, tried to drop 23,700. It held. Let's see. Okay, 2 minutes red candles. A very slow drop. I was expecting a much. If it's gonna show this, I'm looking for a little harder or stronger move down. Right now, we have clearly a 50-point range in NQ in the downside. So 23,730 is the top, 23,660 or 680. 680 is the downside, 6410 to 6417 in the NQ or in the ES. So 15 point and 80 points. Nvidia selling off. Nvidia dropped almost 2.5 points. And AMD also dropped, but Tesla is still holding 340. The Tesla might gonna break out. I'm might gonna break out here. I'm just waiting a little bit more. I'm not taking any trade at this point. A very tight range. What time Trump is going to speak high rise? Yeah, this price action looks like that they want it, they are waiting for something because it's really slow. Okay, here you go. See here, it's moving back up again. So no trade for me. I'm still watching it. And then once Hydra is going to confirm, or maybe Vivek, if you can check when Trump is going to speak, maybe we're going to be careful, no taking no trade that time. Oh, speaking at 10, so we have 30 minutes. Okay, so watch. I'm looking for a downside move the way it is forming now. If it's going to break down under 23,680 on NQ, we can short it. I'm going to trade ES. The only reason being is that the range day I don't like to trade NQ because NQ squeeze you hard. Uh, we have a clear range, the opening and downside range. So we'll see if they both indexes not able to claim the range, we can look for the short under the lows. I'm gonna first trade would be under the short. Clearly, we have 6080 to 705 as a stop loss, so we have a 25-point stop loss. Clear three to rejection. ES also has a rejection on the top side. So if it fails under the lows, I look for the short side move with the 25-point loss in NQ. Um, right now we don't have and then 5-point loss in the ES. So if we go under 64.10, our stop loss will be over 64.15. So 15 and 25 points, that's likely be the case. If it's going to come another lows, if it's not going to come another lows, we look for next trade. We'll see. I don't think that market is yet ready for the upside move, but who knows, right? If NQ suddenly breaks out, then we can look for it. Just give me 1 second, please. Just give me 1 second. All right. So we see the rejection on the top again. No trade for me, red. Let's see what it does here. Can it do the breakout? I'm not sure. Look at this. It's stuck on the top side. NQ is still weak, not able to reach and retest 23,730. I'm still watching it. I'm not sure. The range is not clear. It's very in a very tiny range. I would encourage you to, don't jump at this point. Stay focused. No trade at this point. Vivek, do you see any trade?
No, I think I'm on the same page as you. It rejected the VWAP, so I'm looking for a slight pullback right now. And if it is holding the 2700, sorry, 23,700, then maybe it'll be a long. I don't see a short right now for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't look weak as far as I can
So
see.
see, so Hydra is really good. So see, that's why I was telling you that it's really important for you to, map the day, what exactly the day is, right? And if you did not have that context, which I give it to you before our, in the pre-market analysis, you have missed this. You did not rank the day. You would be expecting the same kind of a stuff which you saw on the Friday. You might have attempted, I can clearly see people will go here on the long setups and they might get stuck again, right? So it's really important for you guys to understand that.
Looks like it's going to take off very soon. But because on the 2 minute it gave a good pullback, right?
Let's see, but I'm still not convinced here for the long setup. We'll see. This is still below the Friday high. We want this to go above the Friday high. See here, this is the Friday high, 6420 area, right? I want this to break out. I'm not gonna jump now unless I see a clear breakout of those levels because there's upside resistance. ES was not that strong as the NQ. So NQ is above the Friday high, right? NQ is above the Friday high. So we'll see that. If E is also able to claim the Friday high, which is close to 6420, I would start looking for longs. But at this point, I'm not sure whether it's going to continue the move or not. Okay, this is a breakout happen. Let's see, can it break out 6420? Okay, this is a test. NVIDIA retested the high. Let's see, it could be the range. It just drop again here. There may be no breakout. It can easily do that just to trap people and then just drop back up again into the range. It's highly possible. I'm flat. Here you go. Range didn't hold, immediately selling off. See, so this is again example that the setup versus a system, right? If you have taken any opening range, opening drive, by considering the same as Friday, you would have been considering now it is not holding. I'm not sure, it may fail, it may not fail, but definitely I see the reluctance of the market to move back new high. It's still below the Friday high. So if it's going to break here, I would be considering long, but unless it doesn't, then I'm not interested in it. So watch NVIDIA is breaking out as well. NQ trying to hold. Its 15 minutes is already gone. Here you go. Here you go, the drop. Let's see how far it does drop. Can it go back to the opening range? Yes, it's going. I think it's going back to the opening range.
Yeah, there is divergence today. ES is lagging.
You see what I'm saying? This is a clear example what we have seen on the Saturday workshop. The difference between the setup and the system.
Yeah.
How many do you guys agree? What about you guys on the Discord? Do you guys agree? Watch, nothing yet broken. Still, they're holding, trying to hold the action. Okay, watch, still watching. How many of you also guys trade the equity, or you guys just trade futures? Okay, watch. I'm considering the long, but not yet convinced. But Nvidia is breaking out. Watch the ES. We can go ES long. If Nvidia break out with the NQ, ES can move as well. I'm watching it. What it does. Okay, Nvidia is strong. Let's see, can Nvidia hold? If Nvidia fails here, I'm gonna short NQ. Get ready for shorting it, and if NQ breakout, I'm gonna go long. So just wait for me and just go with that. 15 more seconds before this candle finishes. Nvidia is trying to really hold. Morning, Julian. Okay, you Laura again. So okay, I will take the call and give you a call for the equity as well, because I do trade equity in the background, but I'm not sure whether you guys trade. So if I go any trade, I will post as well here. All right, get ready for shorting it if Nvidia fails here. I think that they're just trying to grab the liquidity from the top side and then may fail here. 15 more seconds, this candle to finish. This candle will close in 10 seconds now. Still, still trying to hold. Okay, so NVIDIA dropping, but not yet lost. So let's wait another minute. Okay, it's failing. Get ready. If NVIDIA fails here, we can short NQ. Okay, NVIDIA is holding. E has failed. NQ is failing.
I think the market is waiting for 10.
Yeah, it's very
Uh,
slow.
yeah.
Definitely.
By now it should have decided normally, right? Not today.
Good job, Julian. Very good trade. All right, so it's failing. I'm gonna short NQ now. I'm short NQ. I'm short NQ. I want a little bit more dip here. Come on, 709. I want a continuation of the move. First move, we got it very well. I'm not sure whether you're able to chase it, but it looks good. I think it's gonna go to 700. NVIDIA failed. NQ dropped. I don't see any more orders on the downside. That is really weird thing about NQ. I only see on the upside orders that may gonna stop us out. Come on. There's an okay. They disappeared they even removed the order on the top side as well. So I'm going back flat again on the NQ trade. Let's see. Okay, coming back in. A little bit more. Come on, drop. Come on. My entry is close to 22, but it's holding right now. I don't like this one to hold. Look at the NQ drop, NVIDIA dropped, but this is holding it. And we are almost 5 minutes away from the President Trump to come in. So to complete the 30 minutes mark. Right now, I'm slightly under the water. I think this squeezing. Okay, I'm gonna just wait because they have removed the order. So my hard stop loss would be the 73.35. If it's gonna go over this, I'm gonna stop out. It was a really big first drop came in, but there was no continuation. I'm still in the trade, but I'm red. 5 points, 10 points almost. 20 is my entry. Okay, I think it's jumping now very aggressively. I'm just gonna stop out here. I'm gonna give a 15-point risk. 35 would be my stop loss because ES is still below the VWAP, but NQ suddenly held that. Okay, still holding it. Okay, it's breakout over the highs. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm first red trade. I'm not sure you did you guys chase that trade with me or no? So Vivek on the tracker, the first red trade for me. Yeah. So it's just the yeah. It was really good drop, and then it's just kind of. I think we wait for the 10 o'clock mark. Okay, I'm not gonna trust this move. It might gonna continue if it's as far as the ES is not above the 64.20. I'm not gonna consider going long here. And then we have a 10 o'clock news as well, and the Monday morning reversal also comes in. So very tight range. It can easily fail here back again. Okay, one more minute. Does he have a press conference or is it just a question answer section?
Yeah, I couldn't find it, so maybe Hadrize knows where it is and what it is. I couldn't find it.
Okay, watch ES 10 o'clock. Let's see what it does. No trade, no second trade yet. NQ is really strong, but the underlying stocks are not. It's 10 o'clock. It's already happened. Otherwise, can you keep an eye when the President Trump start talking? If you can just post it. I'm watching the ES now for 6420. Nvidia is still under the lows. I mean, not under the lows, but just a bit of the under the high. They watch ES, watch ES. I wanted to see that how does it hold. I'm still not yet convinced. Very slow move. Nvidia is selling off.
They cleared the orders in the bookmap, so anything can happen.
But they cleared on the downside. There are still a lot of orders sitting on the upside.
But they are away.
That's just so crazy. That's exactly what happened before as well.
Yeah.
Um, immediately when yeah. All right. I'm not in the trade now. If it's gonna break 23,730, I'm gonna reconsider shorting it. But I want this to come below 30 because it can easily bounce the way it is doing unnecessary stuff. Okay, I'm short. I'm short NQ. I think it was just the bizarre price action. It's just to stop us out. Last thing we want is another spike here. This holding is nice on the VWAP. Okay. Let's see. I hope this drop would be the real drop. Spiking back up again. That's not a good sign.
It's holding the opening range. That's the problem.
This basically the I'm counting on the SPY weakness, and NQ couldn't make the new high. It's already tried. It should catch up the traders who try to long. They're gonna trap it. He's already trapped once on the downside to us. Now it trapped to the upside. The last thing I want is a trap again on the short side. Like us, we chase the move down a little bit and then it move back up again and stay in the whole range as we expected this morning. Then there will likely be the the whole day is just going to be like this small tight range day. So I'm gonna try this trade again, which we've tried it, we're already in. And if we're gonna fail this time, I'm not gonna try any more trade. It's likely be they're gonna stick in the range for the rest of the day.
So your entry is 23730 this time.
Yeah. But I'm feeling the pain here for my second trade. So not really happy the way it bounced back again.
The orders at the top are the ones that are holding it, I guess.
It's just doing crazy stuff as we expected. I mean, it's nothing we did not expect, but I was not expecting it's going to do the first 40 minutes. I was expecting maybe first 15-20 minutes it's gonna chop, but at least take the one direction and then maybe move back into the range, but at least move a little bit in the first 20-25 minutes. But actually it's now 40 minutes coming to end and it's just sticking with the range and not moving it. So it just really shows that it doesn't want to do right now. I don't think that this trade has a what to hold it. It can easily squeeze back up again to us, so I'm going to stop out. I don't think so I'm going to trade anymore today. This is just a garbage day. As we expected, I mean, it is nothing we did not expect, but when it just really moved here and it dropped here, I was saying gonna break this range and come back here, and it did the second time, but it's just if you look at it, just a very slow range. So I think that is the right approach would be uh, just to hold on. I think today is not the day at all unless we see clearly market coming back here and here clear breakout or breakdown. I think that range play would be tough. So I would not take any more trade now. Uh, Equities maybe do much better uh, than the futures today. So I have a solid two red trades. Uh, yeah, so I'm almost down 200, 200, 400, close to $480, which two contract. Two trades, one contract each. So 480. If you find a one good trade, it will cover everything. But at this point, I think so. We need to wait. This breakout looks promising. But let's see, can it hold this time? The reason I'm not trusting this because if I look at the Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, they are not really moving. So I feel like that there is a there's not too much room for the market to move without them. See, Apple is negative. Tesla is 3% up, but it's not making new highs. Uh, Meta is flat. So um, I'm not sure that can we trust this move here, but definitely it's moving. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer today to see what happens here.
It rejected the pre-market high.
This is just a crazy, right? It rejects, it's come back. You say okay, continuation, second candle, and then squeeze you back.
Yeah, but it has to do something to trap people, right? So I guess it took all the liquidity from the top. Now the orders are building up in the bottom. So this might be the right one, but yeah, you're the expert.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I don't want to get squeezed again.
Agree.
It's okay if I miss even the move, but I want to take one more loss. It's really possible that it's there's a big order sitting on 23,780, 23,800. Who knows that the NQ wanted to go and retest that? But look at this NQ, still really bullish, and ES is still under the lows in a sense that couldn't make the new high.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those days that the divergence will show up only later.
Yeah,
Like divergence is already there, but NQ is not listening to ES, but it will ultimately listen, right?
exactly. See now NQ ES is trying to break below the S4 now. I mean, it's keep breaking down, but it's keep holding it. So that's really difficult part here. See, ES is coming back down now. I'm not sure what market wants to do today. There's no momentum, no very slow. I think it's likely what I felt like that the is going to be another resting day for the market to have a really big move, unless the volumes aren't coming in the one direction.
I see ES is dropping, so
It's trying to draw, but it's still holding those. Look at this. It's just maybe 4 point range at this point.
the second 30-minute candle is longer than the first 30-minute candle.
Yeah, I think it could be that Kurshi is also saying that um the Trump is about to come and going to talk about. So unless he's going to come, market makes the range. Once he speak, maybe then it will clear the noise. So here you
Yeah,
go. I think something happened. There's a squeeze came in. The squeeze came in. There might be he might be start talking. Is he
No,
start talking?
I see it in NBC, CNBC. He's just talking about Washington, D.C. National Guard deployment right now.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. Whatever he talks, he's always going to talk about something. People likes to talk to him for any topic. Doesn't really matter where he went, right? So let's see. It's just a good spike came in, but no, nothing excited. It's the same. What you call the what you call that? The same within the range spike. So because this could be the good chance if because now Nvidia also going up, and now if the indexes breaks, that could be a good thing can happen. Open the book map and see the Tesla. What do you see on the Tesla? Do you see any orders on the Tesla? Oh, look at the AMD. AMD just skyrocketing.
Yeah, Tesla has a lot of orders at the top side.
So I think Tesla could be a good long over 342. I will consider going long over 342. What happened? Market again dropped. Market is still. I'm not sure. I mean, there's no momentum in the market. I think it's better just to avoid the ES unless the ES started clearly breaking out on the top range. And look at the NQ. Um, there's no key momentum. So Tesla working very nicely. I just took the profit. I went over long 342. I took the 343.50, some partial. I still have the small position left. Anyone took the Tesla trade with me over 342? We got almost the 340, 340 something. I got the last 343.10. Anyone took the trade with me on the Discord on the Tesla? Julian, I covered at least a little bit of my losses through the Tesla. This market is really, I mean, I'm so, Jack, for Jack, I think is gonna be is not gonna good day because it's very slow and it's just the market, you know. And look at this, the momentum. I don't really feel like to call anything on the ES. NQ, you can see clearly NQ just pushing up, but I feel like we do not have any edge to take the NQ. Uh, Given this divergences, and then if you look at I'm all out on the Tesla on the break even. If you look at it, whether you look at the AMD, Tesla, Meta, all the big large cap, they are within the very tiny range. So I do not know how come the Nasdaq is so strong when all underlying strong, are not performing at all. So that is the only crazy part I cannot uh, comprehend. And also comprehend doesn't mean that I don't want to trade. I just that I don't even see the setup on the ES. Look at the ES weakness. It's still within the 5 point range. So that's why given the NQ moves, I felt like there's not much happening in the future space today. The problem is that you chase here, and then ES immediately sell off, right? So I will wait. If I wanted to trade the future, I'm gonna clearly wait for these setups. Look at this ES again feeling it. So, you know, ES is not doing good at all, to be very honest. ES, look at the ES again in the same area where every time it bounced back. So this area, right, is going to be the third bounce. So I don't know whether this time is going to drop because NQ retested, Friday high, right? Is it Friday high? What is that? The pre-market high or Sunday evening high, which is basically 23,370, and now it's pulling back. So this could be it. Maybe now it's pullbacks, but I just don't want to trade unless I see the clear pullback. Here you go. He is dropping now. Okay, watch the NQ. Maybe this is the time we need to shots. We need to trade NQ again. I'm watching. I want to see, looking at it if you can find any trade. Remember, it's almost a 1 hour mark is going to complete in 4 minutes. And ES is still in the first 5 minutes of opening range. And you remember I told you many times that if the index stayed within the first 5 minute range for the first 1 hour and so, you just avoid it. Don't take any trade. It doesn't really matter how strong candle come back to this, ranges or whatever. You cannot trust that. So for me right now, ES is not trustable at all. Look at this first 5 minute range. Right now we're only in the 5 point range right now. So I don't even know whether this time is going to break down or break up or just bounce from here and go back up again. I cannot even trust that. It's still in the first 5 minute range. And if you look at the NQ, NQ went only 2730 to 768. So it went only 30 points above the opening range. So not went too far, right? Because the ES is not going. ES is below the VWAP, NQ is above the VWAP. So it's everywhere. So watch now. I want ES to break down under the lows, come below the opening range. If it stay within the range, I'm not interested. I don't know even what ES wants to do. It may fail, it may not fail. No idea because still is in the opening range. Look at the NQ. NQ just wanted to move back up. So it's just the bad price action. At least I'm happy I was able to cover some losses through the NQ. Oh, through the Tesla. Okay, 1 hour finished. Okay, 1 hour finished. ES is still within this 5 minute range. NQ is on the top of the range. So watch for the NQ. If the ES started breaking down, I'm gonna consider shorting it NQ to move back down within to the downside range. Um, if ES fails under the lows. Oh, look at the AMD. AMD is breaking out. Oh my goodness. It's really look at the sharp. Uh, you know, I was thinking it's gonna consolidate a little bit and then I'm gonna go long. But look at this AMD. Wow, AMD is just rocking, man. Oh, AMD is no stop. AMD is no stop. Look at this AMD. Wow, beautiful. I missed it. I should have taken that AMD. When I was looking at the Tesla, I should have looked at the AMD. Yeah, man, Julian, you should have mentioned to me is really breaking out. I was thinking he's gonna week rest for the AMD, but AMD is just unbelievable. But I don't know where the entry other than chasing the stock now. It's really, really moved. It's close to 179, 180, so is a resistance area, so it's might gonna pull back a little bit. So I already missed that move. Watch for the NQ. Trump speaking now. Man, when he's gonna speak? He's just wasting all our stream time. He's wasted our prime time. Here you go. The drop came in the AMD. I have no hope from the ES today unless it's gonna come out from this 5 minutes range. Do not waste your money today in trading in futures unless this range just breaks. What do you guys think is gonna drop? Or
I'm
is
looking
gonna
at I'm looking at the 5 minute chart on NQ, and I feel that it is ready to drop, but that I've been thinking for the last half an hour.
this ES is basically crazy. It's just one 1 point range.
I mean, 5 minute is a little cleaner on NQ for the last like what do you call 15 minutes. It's showing like topping tails.
Yeah, but it's still holding all the moving averages. I mean, it's really strong.
That is true. Like it is holding, but it's curling up a little bit.
I mean, it
Like
seems like he's waiting someone to press the button.
yeah, it's like the five moving average. It's curling up now, curling down.
Okay, look at the ES. ES is starting dropping the range.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like NQ 5 minute is highly predictive of a fall, but it's not happening very quickly.
Problem is you cannot trust that the way it's moving into the 1 point range. You press the trigger and then eventually gonna pull back on you. Assume that you have shorted now. Just imagine now you're almost 7, 8 points out of money. It can come, the drop can come, sharp drop, or you can just squeeze very hard as well. Here you go. Squeeze came in. I think it's best to not to trade today, I guess. Yeah, I think let's do something productive. I'm gonna. Vivek, can you enter the trades for me, please?
I entered the futures. I did not enter Tesla because that I don't know about you.
Okay, so Tesla over 240, 340,
Do we put
3,
because that's the
3,
futures thing, right? I don't think we have Tesla in that.
yeah, we can add that. I added once AMD trade. Let me just go open that. So you're gonna, because it's the long trade, I'll just say, where is the tracker? No, it's a trade log. So here we're just gonna say, and then Tesla long 342 profitable. Yeah, I see it's just a dead market, is just dead in this first 2 minutes range. So it's nothing happening today. I don't even know why market is waiting so much on it. So Jack, what do you trade? Just the ES and NQ and the funded accounts? Good. Okay, yeah. So I would suggest that if you have an Ninja Trader account, small account, don't trade more than MNQ or MES. Stick with those MES, or just stick with one instrument. So it will help you to manage your risk wisely. Don't switch between those instruments because it's just gonna take too much effort for you to risk management. And uh, I will schedule a call with you to have a one-on-one discussion for 15 minutes for you to understand what is your objectives are, how long you've been trading, and then what we can do once we I'm going to onboard you today, and I'm going to give you orientation, and then you can come and join our Wednesday classes and strategy classes. I will give you access to the previous videos so you can catch up on those as well. And I sent you the link of the one book you can access. You can just download that. So still within the first 5 minutes range. Um, Nothing. I mean, it's just a dead market today. What should we do? Should we end the stream? Is Trump still talking? Yeah, it seems to me that it's look like a resting day the way we expect something like those days. And if that's would be the day, it's just gonna be a disaster day to trade. Yeah, it will be two options. We can end the stream. You can keep watching it if Trump stop talking, and then the volatility comes in, and then you can trade. Um, if volatility does not come, markets stay within those tiny ranges, then just avoid those trading.
If you look at the 5 minute on NQ, Sean, I see like all the topping tails in a row,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not materializing into anything.
Exactly. And see, the one thing I hate about it, and you guys can see me, as far as above 21 EMA and that this is holding, it doesn't really, I would even, yes, these are just a trap, and these are also reality. So for me, I don't give any value to those things. You can easily one candle and boom. And I think it's doing now. So. Okay, I guess that it's better not to lose more money. Don't trade, guys. Don't trade. Unless you see a clear volatility coming back in, then only you trade it. If not, then just call it a day. I guess just call it a day. Don't force any trades. Uh, Maybe tomorrow we can, in the one good trade, we're gonna cover everything. Tesla again trying to break out over 342. And Tesla looks more promising now because it's now almost 2 hours. It's about to finish, and it just keep consolidating over 340. So looks good, but the problem is the market pushes. Maybe after Trump's calls finish, maybe Tesla may move for the another leg upside. But those of you are not in the U.S. or they have the dual citizenship, so we have there's a broker which provide the funded programs for equity, but only they provide access to the you know you should not be only the resident or the citizen of the U.S. If you are citizen or resident of outside US or any country, if you have a dual nationality, dual citizenship, and or your dual passport, you can have access to those equity funded programs as well. So if you want it, ping me or email me, and I'm going to share the details with you guys. If you're interested in learning and trading equities with the funded programs. Okay, so watch now. The first time it dropped this moving averages, and ES is also dropping the first opening range. Let's see, maybe we can find something better in the next few minutes. And this is just gonna be last move. I'm gonna check. If market doesn't do anything or reverses here, then I will just end the stream. Okay, let's see. This drop happened. Can the market continue? This is the first drop happen. Let's see. Do we can we get the retest here? Okay. The problem is there's no retest here. Come on.
Below the VWAP, though.
Yeah, but it's just a single drop, right? We can't just have the single drop candles. Um, we just want a smaller candle for me to enter. Man, it's just keep dropping now. What the heck it is? Okay, just wait. Okay, this bounce coming in. Let's see, can it hold the pre-market high? Pre-market low, sorry. Okay, watch. Watch, let's see what it does here now. Watch. I'm not in the trade. I'm watching to see if it can fail here. If it doesn't fail here, then I'm no trade for me. Yeah. Straight up back up again. Gladly I've not chased it. What next now? Where what happened to the market today?
Yeah, it's died today. It needs some heart, whatever that is, defibrillator needs that.
Guys, see, you need. That's what I'm telling you, that you need a guide to help you understand those. You don't need to chase every day, and that's why you do not need to trade. Uh, this is not the trading day we would like to see. This trading
Yeah,
day, we would it's just gonna damage whatever you're gonna make in the last week. Remember I was telling you last 8 days we made almost 10 grand. Um, and if you do not have the mentor, you're going to lose everything on this day. So, what is really important is that you accept the reality, and you just don't trade those days. Market just give in certain days a lot, and then certain days it doesn't give anything. So, these days are like that where market doesn't want to give you anything, right? So if market is not giving you anything, then don't fight the market. Just accept the reality, and that's it. Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna close the stream. There's nothing there in the market. The market may again move back into the range, and then we can just get stuck again. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we see a better day. Definitely, this is not the day we expect, but this part of the trading, part of the market. Market gives you certain days like that as well. So you need to live with it, accept it, don't fight it. If you have the loss today in the first two trade, just accept it. Don't overtrade. Don't revenge trade. Uh, that's where the system comes in. The setup will fail you, but what you need is the system to protect you from those days. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.